Salutations begin from parallel feet. Stretch, reach the arms sideways through external rotation and lean the body weight forward. So you want to invite extension through the hip joints. Lift the arms above you and then through the midline, guide the hands down towards the chest. Move the thumbs to the outside of your legs.
So here you will explore spinal flexion.
Then you want to move your torso against the front top of the legs. So working on the deep hip flexion here. Hands can either go to the heel bones, you can place the hands on the floor, but you want to drop the head and lift up through the hips. Try to bend the knees a little bit so you can maintain maximum hip flexion as you lean forward. Step back with one of your feet, and both feet later on will go into internal rotation. Flexion in the front knee, try to move out through extension in the back knee. Use the front leg and you're going to move away from the front leg to roll up through the spine, reach the arms sideways as we did before, arms above you. When you reach the arms sideways, begin to internally rotate the arms. Start to extend the front leg. Reach the arms as far forward as possible. At one point, the hands will go down towards the floor. Maintain the lift of the back heel and then arrive with parallel feet into downward dog. Initiate through the pelvis, round shape through the lower, middle, and then arrive in the plank pose. Lower the knees to the floor. Move the hands through internal rotation and then continue try to move the hands sideways. As you rock the hips back and then rock the hips forward through extension in the spine, push away from the floor, roll up through the spine, one hand to the hip, the other arm reaching forward. So this is the half camel. So you're reaching with the arm and you guide the hip through a rotational movement, reach through the arm, and then you're going to move up and over, search for the inside or outside of your heel, and reverse the movement. This arm is going to stretch forward, follow with the other one, lift up in downward dog with three-legged dog where you keep the standing leg bent, lift all 10 fingertips away from the floor, pull with the fingertips, and bring the knee as high up as possible and place the foot forward. Continue to push this leg forward. This means that you're going to have less body weight in the back leg, lift up through spinal extension, and rise up to a one-legged position. Lower the hands in front of you. Keep the torso vertical. Here you can either have two hands holding from the back of the leg. So I keep bending the front leg and then I send the back leg behind me through hip extension and continue to lower, and at one point you're going to have the hand on the floor. Stretch the arm in front of you. The hand are going to go on the inside of your left leg, searching for the back heel. Flex the front foot and extend the knee. Once again, the arm circle and spinal rotation. Try to move the foot to the hand. Here is a choice of either going reverse as we did before, then pivot the back foot, push into the side squat, palms away from you, begin pulling with this leg, hands to the chest, rising up on the toes on the back foot, and the extension of the spine will lift you up to an upright position. The optional part is where you hold on to the foot, you pivot from on the top of your thigh bone, and you move the other leg with you, and you're going to arrive in half kneeling, half squat, facing the side. Continue to place the hand on the floor, search with the arm behind you, float the leg in the air, and go for maximum reach. When you can't reach any further, the leg is going to move into hip abduction, flexion, place the foot on the floor, tuck the toes under from the back foot, and here you can loop the sequence. Again, reaching for the heel, holding on to the foot. So when I hold on to the foot, I create external rotation in this leg. I lower the head, but I also need to move this leg with me. Otherwise, it's going to be too much external rotations for the hip joint. Arrive down, and when you arrive down, you feel like you have the body weight in between both legs. And then you search for the side plank. You lift up the leg, and you guide this arm behind you as much as possible. Float the foot forward, and here we go back to the side squat as we did before, hands to the chest, and allow the front knee to move forward and lift up to standing position, ready to start the sequence again. I wish you all the best with the salutations, and this is an opportunity to really explore large transitional movement in all movement directions, and also exploring different rhythms. So some sections can go really slow, and some of the sections can be a little bit more rapid.